Hi, I'm Blake Gross, one of the co-founders of DB Creations.
Hey, I'm Dustin, one of the co-founders of DB Creations.
Hey everybody, I'm Daniel Reyes, the art generalist for DB Creations.
My name is Drew Markham, and I did the sound design and general audio editing for the John Wick card game.
My name is Justin Rosette. I worked on the 3D models and animations for the John Wick 4 card game.
I think one of the things really interesting about building a game that's connected to a film, especially as a Snapchat lens, is tying into those little bits and pieces that really make this feel like it's part of the world, and that came through in ways I didn't even expect. Like even in the pitch deck, I found myself using their fonts, their color schemes, their iconography to really build out the vision for what this project was going to be, which is something we don't often have to do.
For the weapon cards, there was pre-existing art from a tarot deck that had been made prior to our working on the project, so I had to use it as reference and design the weapon cards kind of based on that style, this kind of art deco look that the prior artist had made, this kind of graphical feel. So it was a very interesting challenge.
So we created the music basically by taking one of the songs from the movie, and to make it different and to make it fit kind of like a strategy game and not sound so energetic and intense like the John Wick movie is, I stripped back a lot of the elements of the original song, and kind of what was left ended up being this strategic sounding, mysterious, but with like a little bit of intensity.
For the actual mechanics of playing the game or setting up the game, we do something somewhat novel, which is that each play space setup is actually a convex hull. So it's not necessarily a plane definite. If a phone sees a table, it doesn't see a plane. It sees a set of points and it creates a convex hull of those points, which is like a polygon. And instead of simply treating it like a plane, which a lot of stuff does, we identify that's a convex hull, and we do a raycast from the user along their direction, and we figure out, okay, what part of the convex hull do we hit? And that's where the first mat goes. And then from there, we do another raycast out from that, and we see what's the other part that it hit. And that's where the other mat goes. So it makes it so that you can create a setup across the table almost instantly, and the mats are placed pretty much where you want them to be.
My favorite card would definitely have to be the pistol. Not only is its ability great, but I absolutely love the animation. I love making the animation. I love how it slides, and then we have the shell coming out of the chamber, and it just blasts the other card away. So great. Absolutely loved working on that. Absolutely loved how it came out in the game. Definitely play that card every time it comes into my hand.
Personally, I think my favorite of the cards would be the Pit Viper, the gun that John Wick uses.
I feel like a lot of people are going to say the weapon cards because they are super cool, so I'll probably pick one as well. I think my favorite weapon card is the pistol, only because we tied it in with the actual firearm that John Wick uses. And I think it adds a lot of authenticity to the experience to people who know what they're looking for and what the movie's all about.
My favorite card, I guess this come out as the weapon cards. I like all the weapon cards. I think they're the ones that show the magic of kind of an AR card game the most, because you can see them animating and interacting with the player's actual space. And I think that's neat. I think having those performances is really key to the experience, and I hope that we're able to expand upon that in a future card game.